All right, we're gonna watch a Miss 13 today that we did pretty late in the evening, so I'm expecting that there's gonna be a lot of mistakes from me that I could talk about. So, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully, it's good. Um, yeah, and I won't spoil it, but we may or may not time this. It's going to be really, really close. I'll tell you that much. So make sure you watch till the end. Or you can skip ahead and see what happens. All right, first pull. Same as always. Pop evasion pretty much as soon as we're out of stealth. This time we don't. Like I said, I was tired. We'll see if I die because of it. Oh, there we go. We popped evasion. Just a little late. Get the AoE going. Deathmark Kingsbane into this pillager pretty much every time. We have our focus kick set to the harvester. See if we get the spirit bolt that's targeting me. It died before, but should have kicked that. We had it up. Too busy trying to blast damage. If you watch my video, my last video, I kind of ranted about Ironwire for like 15 minutes. And I think this key I'm playing with Sanguine Blades instead. I've kind of been experimenting with that on dungeons that I don't think have like an excessive amount of kicks, and this would be one of them. It's like a very manageable amount of interrupts that you have to control. We also have a paladin tank, so I feel pretty good about the interrupt situation. But yeah, Sanguine Blades is just really, really strong in AoE. Like I think it's like 8% of your damage profile at the end of the dungeon. It's just really good. But I still run Ironwire in a lot of my dungeons, even when I'm not in a pug, which this is like, I know Lancelot the Hunter, but everyone else is a pug. So it's a little more dangerous not to run Ironwire in these situations. Oh, and see, I do have Ironwire running. So I probably didn't feel confident because it was a pug. So that'll hurt our AoE damage a little bit, but we'll get a lot of utility out of that. Let that spirit bolt go off. We kicked that one, that's good. This pull kind of just sucks, man. Being melee is trash sometimes. Like, what the heck? I'm also like, I should be stacking with someone. Like all three of us as melee are in different spots. That's pretty bad. Alright, thrashing. We have feint up for this, so that's good. And now the double thrash. We're gonna die here. I needed the potion. I needed to hit feint again. I needed to hit something. I think that's, like I said, it's 1:30 my time when I did this key, so I think being tired has a little more impact on your gameplay than sometimes you realize. Luckily we're a rogue, right? So I can release and stealth back. But if you're not a rogue, you know, you're in trouble there because you can't get back to the group unless you have some way of skipping that pack, which is a lot of classes. Like demon hunters can, I'm pretty sure monks can, even priests I think can like soothe it or whatever that spell is called. Only thing to call out on the boss here is we set up our focus kick, right? So me and Lancelot overlap there, which is pretty bad, but you want to be sending, you don't want to send any of your cooldowns, but you want to be hitting the tree boy the whole time here, and so you don't want to have to tab target just for a kick. So I've talked about it in pretty much every video, but I'm going to keep talking about it because it's really important to have that focus kick set. So we're just burning this guy. You don't really need to defensive much until we hit like the I don't know, it's kind of like an enrage, but not really. So yeah, this dot. Once you get this dot on you, that's when you want to start hitting some buttons to help keep yourself alive. Crimson Vial would be really good here. I Cloak of Shadows because I get feared and stuck in a really, really crappy situation. Should have planned a little better for that. All right, soon as this guy's available, we deathmark instantly. Kingsbane. A little late on the shiv there, but that's okay. We vanish for DPS. Again, vanishing offensively during your cooldowns to take advantage of Master Assassin is really good when you know there's no trash coming up that you need vanish for. Like, after this boss, we're 100% going to get the re-stealth. We don't need vanish for a bit, so send it offensively on the boss here. Here, we're just going back at this, we're doing a 13 right now, right? So at this high level of a key, you're not gonna phase it. We're not gonna one phase it. You should cleave though. Like I should be getting a rupture out. Yeah, there we go. Get the rupture out and a garrote out on that guy just to get my bleeds up, because he still takes damage for I don't know what the timer is, but it's a good amount of time where he's taking full damage still.
Uh-oh, guy's loose.
Alright, come on. It might have been worth to send the Kingsbane into this guy, but I just... Because right now this is a little spooky, right? We have the debuff on us, and we got a lot of percentage to get through still. So it might have been worth to send the Kingsbane, but you really want to hold it for Ingra, because you want to kill that thing. So we should send this right away. We're trying to get our bleeds out. We're so starved for energy. I probably should have been pooling going into this, right? But this is a really tough boss because, you know, if you pool, effectively, you might not be doing as much damage to tree, which means you're in that debuff phase longer. So yeah, it's that's where the tough decisions of this boss come into play, is how to manage your damage. Luckily, the other two DPS are absolutely destroying, so we get through that no problem. I've said it before, but Lancelot is definitely a much better player than me, so that helps you time keys. Make sure you hit the seed. I've had groups not hit it before, and it feels real bad when someone dies and you realize the release is not where you expect it to be. Fainting that expel, or not expel, the charge. Probably should send Deathmark here. I think I would get full value out of it. Obviously, it like sucks. Like, there's only 2 mobs. It's not gonna look good on the DPS charts, but like, timing keys is about speed, right? So the faster we can kill this, the better. Holy shit! All right, someone pulled these over the wall. That's great. I should be sending my Deathmark into one of these big guys here. If I don't, I'm gonna be pretty upset with myself. Oh wow. We evasion here because this is spooky because the tank doesn't get aggro right away, right? So it's kind of a situation where just hit a button aggressively to kind of protect yourself while the tank gets aggro, especially evasion, right? Like if you pull aggro doing damage, you're going to be good. This bleed is super scary. If you're a dwarf like me, you should be stone forming it off. I didn't stone form mine off because I think I had evasion and feint rolling at the same time, so I felt pretty good about it. Yeah, and I have this weak aura that tracks the maze for me, but when you do this side pull, it just completely bugs out. So, that's what's going on with this weird entrance exit thing on my screen. Oh boy, nobody paid attention to the second boss lady. You can put a marker on her and see which direction she goes. She goes through 2 doors, so you can know which 2 doors you need to go through if you watch where she moves. Clearly no one in our group did that this time. Another group where I should be sending Kingsbane and I'm not. Man, this key is going to be sloppy, isn't it? No reason not to send Kingsbane there. This is tough to watch back. One thing I also want to start getting better at is you can send 1 shiv between Kingsbane windows, and like that's like a super small thing that I never do that could actually help my damage a lot, right? If I'm shivving, when you think about it, like Kingsbane's every minute, dungeons 30 minutes, you should be getting like what, 25 Kingsbanes off, and I'm only getting 25 shivs off when I could be getting 50 shivs off. Like I think I'm gonna play around with my weak aura soon to try and like glow the Shiv icon when it's up and Kingsbane has, you know, like more than 20 seconds left on its cooldown. Finally, we send the Kingsbane here with the death mark, which is nice, I guess, but we missed the whole Kingsbane window, right? Pretty bad. This guy is not that scary as DPS, right? Just don't stand in anything. Definitely send your cooldowns into it though, because it's got so much health. Keys have gotten a little bit easier since we got the new ring with the patch. If you haven't done, I guess I would call it homework, busy work of going to the island and getting the ring, it's definitely worth it. I think it's like 2%, but it just feels really good in Keys.
Is this full one, most likely?
No, like 13s have definitely gotten easier.
I think the weak core is working now.
For these packs, basically, I'm setting my focus macro there at the start of the fight, and then what I should be doing is sending my cooldowns into one of the big guys, right? Because what you want to do here is be cleaving off on these smaller guys, and I send my cooldowns into this Shaper, which like I'd be surprised if I get full value out of this death mark. Also not sending the Shiv here. Sent that Shiv way too late. Oh, we did get full value out of it. But like the reason I should have been targeting a Guardian here is like, look at the health pools of these Guardians right now and these defenders. Like we're going to be sitting here killing these for another 30 seconds, where if I had priority targeted one of these Guardians, like we would have had a longer period of time where there's more mobs alive, but also a shorter amount of time where the big mobs are alive, if that makes any sense. And that just speeds up the key, right? Because I'm passively cleaving. Pretty much every class has some level of passive cleave. So there's no reason to dump all of your priority damage into one of the weaker, lower health mobs. Because it's just like, yeah, that mob dies faster, but none of these mobs are that scary, right? The scary mobs are like, the whole purpose of the speed of the key is like killing these bigger mobs. So let's see if we actually target a Guardian with Kingsbane this time, which we do. So this will be a lot better and just help us move faster. I could probably send Vanish offensively there. For better or for worse, in the maze you always get the re-stealth between packs, right? Like you don't need to save Vanish during the maze pretty much ever, because it's literally impossible not to get the re-stealth. See, and those mobs died much closer to when the tinier mobs, if you will, died, so that just kind of shows why that's important. Going into the boss, I don't think it's crazy important that I have my cooldowns up going into the boss. Like obviously if that pack was dying, like getting through that pack before this faster is still helpful, I think. We're still going to have Kingsbane up for the boss. We're going to get a death mark up for the boss eventually. I'm curious if we're going to lust on cooldown here. Again, probably could have vanished during that Kingsbane window. I'm guessing I'm going to save it for the death mark, but the other thing I need to get better at is vanishing sooner with, see, what's this talent called? With Subterfuge, basically there's an extra 6 seconds that we're getting value out of Master Assassin. And so I still have the habit of vanishing at 6 seconds because I've like played without Subterfuge for so long. But once there's 12 seconds left on Kingsbane, you should vanish and you just get like absolute insane value out of Master Assassin. Oh, I was attacking the wrong one because, again, it's super late. Gotta go kill this flower boy. For the most part, I don't really worry about the wolf on my rogue. You could kidney it, like if shit gets really scary, but you don't need, like that's someone else's job. You can also throw a poison knife at it to get a crippling poison on it, but that's a really big energy suck. Like the poison knife is like a button that like some people hit when they're at range, and even I'm guilty of this, but it's so energy inefficient that unless you're about to cap on energy, it's better to just pool that energy for when you get back in melee range. Like that's how bad or how inefficient that button is. But again, like it's utility, right? I think I would look at it that way. It's like I need to slow something in range, and it's very important. Then you would use it. But that's pretty much the only situation. One of the cool things you can do here that we did not show off right there is you can line up the orbs into. Okay, we kidneyed that wolf there just because it was easy to do so. It was right in our way. Yeah, but you can line up the balls into the mirror image, and it'll just like do insane damage. So you always want to stand between the boss and the mirror image that you're trying to kill. Pretty clean. This fight is like kind of hectic, but once you get some reps in, it becomes pretty easy to deal with, in my opinion. Pretty terrible job with the orbs. I should be stacking on some of the other melee here, like I am now. Just so the orbs are a little easier to dodge. Oh, priest just got hit by the wolf. That's scary, but also survived without a blessing of sacrifice.
Watch out.
So yeah, see right there, ball went through, did a little bit of damage for us. All right, we have death mark up. I'll be interested to see if I send this.
I trapped it. It's hammered now.
This is a situation where I probably wouldn't get full value out of the death mark, but I think I'm gonna guess I do it. Yep, we send it. Okay, let's see if we get full value. I mean, you kind of have to sit through RP at the end of this anyways. Oh, and we get a power infusion too. Wow. All right. See, so there's 4 seconds left on death mark, but that's okay. Like I said here, we got 30 seconds of RP, 15 seconds of walking.
Probably, yeah.
We'll have at least Kingsbane up for the next pack.
Oh my god, our healer just died. Oh, see you waiting for us to
Oh, he's just gonna wait.
collect the thing. So,
All right.
bomb location.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Actually, how did he die there? I wasn't watching. So at this point, the timer's feeling pretty
Oh, skip.
okay. Like, so far, things have gone smooth enough. Shrouding past this mob. And then this will probably be a bigger pull. This part is where it gets scary as far as you want to be using your defensives on this pull for sure. For sure. I have evasion going into it. I should have waited for the AoE that comes out of the staghorn here. Volatile acid, I should be fainting. Yep. There's the AoE. We got the feint off before that. That was great. And you're pretty much dodging, but you want to be hitting feint a lot during this. Anytime you get hit with anything, you're going to feint it. And you're going to be feinting the AoE from the staghorn, obviously. We feint just in case that staghorn goes off. It doesn't. We should be getting caustic spatter up, but we're not. Okay, there we go. We got it up. Here... Okay, I vanish offensively. I was just about to say I should vanish offensively to get some new ruptures out, because we're kind of chain pulling here, right? I assume we'll chain pull into this next pack as well, but we'll see. Oh, gonna let me get the re-stealth? Interesting. Yeah, I feel like the tank probably should have chain pulled that, but that's okay. We get the re-stealth. Garrote. Rupture into a Mutilate, into a Fan of Knives, into Iron Venom. Should be Fan of Knives spamming here. Sending a little too many Mutilates out, right? Caustic Spatters up, but I'm still sending Mutilates for some reason. I just realized my spell tracker isn't on. That's a shame. Ooh, big damage in that pack. Let's go. That wasn't even Death Mark. Oof. Nothing too crazy here. Again, you want to be sending feints very liberally. Very, very. Cloak of Shadows, that poison off there. Again, like there's no reason to hold it, right? You have the button, you better use it. I probably could have Kingsbane this. That's a tough call. Pop Evasion and Feint for this poison. Yeah, I think we should have Kingsbane there. We could have saved ourselves some time right there. And again, like now we're at this awkward spot, right? Because we didn't Kingsbane there. We're 20 seconds left on Deathmark cooldown. Like, I'm probably gonna hold this Kingsbane till Deathmark is up, which just is so and so. All right, we're going into the boss. 9 minutes left. Like the timer's so clean, right? So, still feeling very good about it at this point. Yep. Like I said, we're holding Kingsbane for Deathmark, so we can get those lined up again. So here I should be vanishing early, and I did that time. Great. So you can kind of see that I'm trying to get better. Stood in the poison there for way too long. That was spooky. When we also didn't have any buttons because we used it on that trash bag. But like, you shouldn't need to hit buttons early on this boss fight, right? Because you shouldn't be standing in poison. The first time you really need it is when he does his like crazy I'll tell you what the spell is called when he casts it because I don't remember. Here we kind of rupture the ads, and that's all I'm going to do to him, right? And then I'm going to let my Caustic Spatter kill him off. But we want the rupture out because it's going to give us energy, and it's actually really, really strong. This is where we need to be hitting the button. So we hit Feint, and then we stood in a swirly.
I stepped in acid.
So we die there. Pretty bad. I think this is the beginning of the downfall of this key. Alright, we get targeted by the ads there, so we pop evasion. That's an okay evasion, I would say. Actually, it was a very good evasion because we almost died. Holy cow.
Oh man.
At this point, I'm thinking to myself, I am too tired to be running big boy keys.
Keep like dipping my toe in this acid, I guess.
Swirlies. For this boss, I pretty much stack on the tank the entire time, and I try to move as little as possible. I'll move, obviously, to get some ruptures out on these little ads, but that's about it. Let's see how many more ruptures I get out. So rupturing, clicking, standing in poison again for way too long.
Oh shit, that's on me, brother.
Let's see, can we get a rupture on this last guy? We don't, because I'm bad. Again, standing in poison. Man, this is a tough key to watch. Alright, we're sending this death mark for sure here. We sent it a little early before Kingsbane was up, but that's okay. We Cloak of Shadows again because consumption is very scary. You need to hit a button to get you through it. Really good timing on Deathmark there though, because that consumption shield is basically it's damage that whole time that shield's up, so it's a really good time to use cooldowns if you're a class that like has a little more control over when you send it. If you have like your 3-minute timer, so it's a little more important when you send it. Like maybe it's worth saving if you know there's 5 seconds until consumption. Just going out here to get ruptures on these ads, and because Mind Link was going, it kind of just worked out. This poison is about to be brutal because we're running so much.
I feel like this poison's about to go crazy.
Very scary poison. Very scary poison.
I could not run out of that to save
Yeah,
my life.
that was pretty fucking brutal.
Wow, man. Things just have so much health on these high keys. Get another Kingsbane off. And so see here, I don't switch off to get Ruptures out because I want to push damage into my Kingsbane. Like, that's the only reason, right? Is like, it's more important that you're putting damage into your priority target when Kingsbane is up than getting the extra energy from those Ruptures.
Okay.
Alright, so again, timer's still healthy. We should be able to do this, right? Oh, man.
Whoops, I blew my interrupt there.
Alright.
Get this next kick. Yeah.
Acid Nova, we hit Feint and Evasion there. Great. Beautiful. Love to see it.
Thanks.
Standing in Poison. Don't love to see it. Standing in Poison again. Gosh.
True.
Get hit by something there. And now we have the Poison on us. We Stone Form it off. We get Pain Supped. Oh my gosh, there's so many poisons going out. Popped or Feint for that AoE. We should be sending Deathmark here on anything, right? Oh, we got 2 poisons on us. We got no way to... Oh, we have Cloak of Shadows. Okay.
Yeah,
Now we're out of buttons.
myself. Oh my
And we don't have Healing Pot.
Oh,
And everything's
fuck,
dead.
that's not good.
Oh, no.
We really
That's
gotta
really
stop
not
this.
good.
We all release, right?
Oh, this is so scary.
Just
Yeah,
grab
I
the
guess
nearest
so.
fucking percentage.
Yeah. I think we just have to.
So now we're just killing whatever we can, right?
Oh.
It's kind of a blessing in disguise that we shrouded this in the beginning because now we get to kill it. Another PI. Lucky me.
I mean, the poison's kind of what did it.
Yo, I did not faint that AoE, and you could tell my health got real scary.
Okay. I think we just go right here. Oh my god.
Nobody kicked that.
Boy.
You can see the panic. It's just really funny psychology when the timer starts to get low, the mistakes people start to make.
He just fell off. Oh my god.
Like the tank just fell off the map. Like what?
Yeah, the tank just fell off.
Crimson Vial ourselves there.
We never
How about the
got
healer?
past that.
We just get off our
Just
mount
get off my mount.
because the tank fell off. We don't want to do the same.
I wish I had cooldown.
All right, we're pumping the Staghorn. We're a minute left. I should be Kingsbaning. Okay, there we go.
I have mine up.
Vanish is not up. Shiv. I've been a little slow on my shivs lately.
Stag.
Yeah, avoid these flies, maybe.
You want to shiv when there's 8 seconds left on Kingsbane,
Oh my god.
because that's how long shiv lasts, and I haven't been doing it.
35 seconds, just kill the stag.
We have
Get it
30
out.
seconds. Oh my gosh. This is stressing me out. I was in this key. I've already done this once.
Oh my god, we need one more. Torture.
Forger.
15
Oh, I can't die
seconds.
here. Holy fuck.
Lol. And we timed the key.
Holy
Shit.
That was horrible.
Yeah, so I mean,
Wow.
it should not have been that close, but hopefully you enjoyed the key.
Close.
And thanks for watching.
10 seconds.
Should have another one up next week.
Well,
Appreciate y'all.
But yeah, it was one death. Wow.
That was brutal.
Yeah, super.